Welcome to WTNB Sports. Brian Russell alongside Danny Bradley. Danny, good to see you.
Good to see you. It's been a while.
It feels like it's been a while.
It feels like since football season at least.
In fact, so long, you'll notice that we're missing somebody here tonight. That's because Danny and I were brave enough to
make it through the snow.
Yeah, make it through the snow that's coming. And Chris was too comfy in his nice home up there and didn't want to brave the cold. Yeah.
Okay, now you know what really happened. He's like 17th in line at the supermarket waiting to get the,
get with milk, bread, and toilet paper. Right?
You never know.
Yeah, but seriously, it is supposed to snow tonight, so looking forward to that for snow. My wife was mocking me for my purchase of a shovel earlier, so I might actually get to use it.
I still have all of mine left from Michigan and the snowboards and all, so we're ready to go.
All right. Well, hey, a lot to talk about since we've last been on the air, which was actually before January, before the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl has been played. The basketball season is now in the district finals, I guess you would say. Wrestling has come and gone, so we've got a lot to talk about. We've got some highlights we're going to show you, and a lot of good stuff to talk about. So, Jay, if you'll go ahead and roll our first highlight, I believe we are going to go to the barn down in Ooltewah.
Who have we got?
Watching Walker Valley against the Ooltewah Lady Owls, and this would be from January 20th, Danny.
Okay, so this was getting close to the end of the season, and Lady Mustangs hopefully fare better than that cheerleader that just fell off the top of the tower.
She was okay.
Her friends caught her.
There you see 14-0 in the second quarter already. Walker Valley just showing their dominance over the Lady Owls.
So defensively, the Lady Mustangs did not let Ooltewah score in the entire fourth quarter. So great job by the defense. But there, Ooltewah comes back. So Walker Valley been kind of streaky this year. The Lady Mustangs up and down. Every game has been tough, but there's been some losses in there that they shouldn't have had. But before this game, actually against Ooltewah, were able to go to Baylor and beat Baylor.
Wow.
Baylor. So that was a very good win for the Lady Mustangs, kind of giving them some inspiration heading into the end of the season.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm glad you say it has been kind of an up and down season for the Mustangs, Lady Mustangs. They are a very good team when they play well. Unfortunately, sometimes it seems like maybe they play down to the level of competition, but certainly getting it going come district time. And right here you see a turnover there, and Ooltewah's going to go ahead and lay it up and in for two. Mustangs will come back down, though, and go inside and then kick it back outside. One thing I've noticed, Danny, about Walker Valley Lady Mustangs is they move the ball extremely well. There you see about 5 passes before they're able to knock down the inside shot. Well,
they don't have that one dominant player. They do rely on each other's strengths. So you see there the nice passing cat Almore there, and just they'll wait until someone's open. Right there you go.
I mean, just very quick ball movement. You have to be on your toes defensively when you play Walker Valley.
So great job there of getting the ball inside for the Lady Mustangs, and just in complete control of this game against Ooltewah.
Yeah, 29-6 in the third quarter. You see there, Ooltewah fans trying to rally their team, but this one would be to no avail.
You saw some of the freshmen and JV players there for the Lady Mustangs in the camera shot. So, 29-6 at halftime.
I think Ooltewah got chewed out at halftime. 6
I don't know what you can tell them. I mean, what do you say?
Yeah, and there's a bucket there by number 42, and then you'll see the lay in there. And like we said, Walker Valley just dominant, in control, 40-10 now. 2:46 left in the third quarter.
And you did listen to us the last time we were on the air and we talked about the gymnasiums. This gym at Ooltewah is the exact identical of Walker Valley almost. I mean, it's almost identical to Walker Valley. And so better get used to it because that's where the region finals is going to be as well. So the district at Ooltewah region, which will start sometime next week, depending on the snowpocalypse and whether or not it happens, it's going to be held at Ooltewah as well.
Yeah. There you see the late Mustangs.
Is there a camera somewhere?
Somebody say cheese. 56-13. Good time to empty your bench right here. If you're Walker Valley, get some girls some playing time. It's just Ooltewah's defense just really non-existent in this game. But again, the level of competition right here, Walker Valley, obviously the much better team and really should have controlled this game as they did.
Well, and that's a good point, Brian. I mean, of course, Walker Valley and Bradley and Cleveland picked 1, 2, and 3, not necessarily in that order for the girls,
Right.
as well as for the boys. That's exactly as it turned out, and hopefully not trying to ruin anything before we get there. But that's what we're going to be seeing in the finals. Monday night, weather permitting, will be the Lady Mustangs of Walker Valley taking on Bradley's Bearettes for the championship.
Yeah, and let's listen to Coach Tucker.
I really like the way we rebounded and played defense. Our offense was good. We shot the ball better, but overall it's a good game. I was pleased with girls.
So you heard Coach Tucker there, and now we'll go into the boys' highlights. Again, the Mustangs and the Owls going head-to-head. And then nightcap, if you will. This was also from January 20th, obviously.
And Walker Valley, somewhat a down year, coming off of, what was it, 2-time district champions. And,
Yeah.
This year just has not gone the way that they had wanted it to go. And Ottawa, of course, they've got some athletes, always.
But now, correct me if I'm wrong, Ottawa's down a little bit too from where they were last year, right?
Yeah, just a tad bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like that all of the basketball teams in this area, I mean, they lost, almost all of them seem to have lost a lot of seniors. None other than Bradley's, the Bearettes, but Bearettes have bounced back, obviously, with
Right.
all of their freshmen and sophomores. So, but yeah, the Ottawa Walker Valley game here, the boys, you see, not the greatest at holding on to the ball for Walker Valley, and Ottawa's going to capitalize on the three-pointer from the corner, and that's how it was all night long. Walker Valley, on the turnovers, Ottawa was able to capitalize pretty much each time they pulled one off.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I was actually listening to this game on the radio coming back from my son's basketball game, and this, if this is a game I'm thinking of, this went down to the wire. Of course, that may have been the one at Walker Valley, but we'll see here. There you see 10-6, Owls lead. Cheerleaders doing their thing.
So nice pass inside. Walker Valley trying to get it out for the three ball, and that's something that they have lived and died with all year long on that three-point shot.
Yeah, as you know, if you're hot from three, it's great, but if you're cold, look out.
Yeah, exactly.
There you see good ball movement. Notice they kind of move it inside out, but there's a turnover right there. Ottawa lays it up and in.
Reaction from your fans.
So you're trying to get the play call in from the bench. Walker Valley looking to go inside. There's a nice pass up and in. So Walker Valley definitely has the ability to play teams tight. And there you see they're up 19-13.
Well, and the one thing with this Ottawa game, and you won't see, until you look at it close, not many fouls. Both teams in the first half, I think they only picked up like 9 total team fouls, which made the game fast, but unfortunately neither team could shoot the lights out of it. So
Right.
It was a low-scoring game, but it went quick.
Yeah, a very clean game from the foul standpoint. And you see Ottawa is able to tie it 19-19 in the third quarter. Not really.
Low-scoring ball game.
The girls scored more points than the boys.
I mean, I think there's been a couple of games this year where Josh Jones has had 19 points at halftime.
My son's team's got beat by more than 22 to 19 in second grade. So, I don't know if that speaks to poor shooting or just great defense. But, when you got two evenly matched teams like this, you're going to get games like this, especially if you're not hitting shots. Both teams are very good at rebounding, play good defense. So.
There we are, knotted up at 29, headed into the fourth quarter. And Mustangs, again, they'll work it around. They'll look for the open shot. Most of the time, looking for the open three-point shot.
Right.
They don't have the 6'6", 6'7" inside like they have the past few years. So they're having to use their strengths, and that's one of them right there. 4 Walker Valley Mustangs on one side, and Josh Jones takes it with a drive to the other by himself. Nice pass.
Great pass.
So Walker Valley now up by 4.
And you see able to force a turnover right there, lay up and in. And wow, talk about a turnaround going from tied to up 6. But Ooltewah able to kind of lead a little bit.
We're heading on late into the 4th quarter now. Well, not much of a crowd on hand for the Owls, but Walker Valley contingent.
Is there any sport that Walker Valley doesn't travel well in? I mean, their fans really support that program.
Well, and that's, I mean, all of the Bradley County teams, it seems that, they have a great following, be it Cleveland or be it Bradley or be it Walker Valley. The parents are invested in the students and invested in the schools as well, and I think that's what makes a big difference. So,
yeah.
But they do travel. So,
and you see Walker Valley trying to draw the charge, but no call made. They're up 1 with 45.8 seconds left.
So what do you call here, Coach?
Ooltewah's just can we get the ball down the court and get a shot at this point?
Swing and gate, swing and gate.
No turnovers is what you're saying if you're the coach right here. And you see Ooltewah trying to move the ball around the perimeter, looking to get it inside or at least an open shot.
They're down 1. They don't want to rush it too much to give Walker Valley a chance to come back and score. So pass inside and
a lot of contact in there. Could probably call that an offensive foul right there.
WV at the free throw line.
Oh, I thought they were saying WTNB.
Well, that could be. That's the next one.
I mean, I did see a sign in the stands that says we love our WTNB.
So Ooltewah down 3 now. Chance to tie it.
Oh, and big 3 right there.
Or is that a chance to tie or take the lead?
I believe that pulled them within 1. I think it's 46-42. We'll see here. Yep, 45-45.
That's
what
I was thinking. It was overtime.
So overtime, yeah.
Walker Valley made the 2 free throws that put them up by 3, and Ooltewah come down and nailed the 3 at the buzzer.
That was a big 3 right there.
Well, when you're at home, you go for the win, and on the road, you go for the tie. But they were just trying to tie it up with a 3-pointer, and did successfully. So Walker Valley, scrappy defense. A lot of players on the floor.
I was going to say, it was like was the floor wet or was it just
The rugby scrum.
Yeah,
They're getting ready for the next sport. So.
You see just back and forth. Each team able to score 47-47. 3:23 left. You'll notice that Walker Valley was in the, actually Ooltewah was in the double bonus right there.
Well, and that's, of course, with the overtime has a lot to do with that as well. So Walker Valley, Jones on the drive, gets the bucket and 2-point lead with 22 seconds remaining.
Ooltewah fans trying to rally their team. Actually, it was Walker Valley fans. See the reaction.
Don't jinx him, so he's tight for 9. Okay.
So now Walker Valley up 3 again with 17.6 seconds left, and Ooltewah's like, hey, no problem, we've been here, we'll take the quick 2. Now we're going to try to foul. And one last attempt, no good, and the Mustangs come away with the victory. 0.4 seconds left. Of course, with 0.4 seconds left, you can't even get a shot off, so all Walker Valley's got to do is touch it.
Without fouling.
Yeah. And Walker Valley comes away with a big win right there, 53-52.
Great job by the Mustangs.
That game,
Coach Wheat.
Both teams played hard, fought hard. Came down to who was going to make the last play, and I thought both teams, had opportunities, and it's just a great win for us. So.
All right, so there you heard Coach Williams. So again, that was from January 20th. So we've got one more highlight package from the 23rd. So before I guess we give the people the finals of the district tournament, let's wait until that final highlight. Bradley, Cleveland, then we'll get into that.
So cliffhanger?
A little bit of a cliffhanger.
Just
so,
wait for them to come back? Okay.
You're going to have to stay with us over the break, and we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have Bradley Cleveland basketball highlights, men and women. Stick with us on WTNB Sports.
Have you heard about the new WTNB deals around town? No? Well, then let me tell you all about it. Deals Around Town airs right here on WTNB Monday evenings at 7 p.m. I watch it because it features great local restaurants from right here in our area. And better yet, I can get 25, 50, even 75% off on these places when I just call in and buy a gift certificate. That's right, I just call in during the show and pick from dozens of deals. Rumor has it that WTNB Deals Around Town is growing and growing, so much so that they may be adding another night of savings. I've even heard that they will soon add even more places, and not just restaurants. We're talking kids fun, massages, who knows what will turn up. Remember, it's Monday evenings at 7 p.m. only on WTNB.
Glass Act, Cleveland's professional window tinting service. Specializes in window tinting for autos, residential, and even commercial properties. In business since 1994, Glass Act carries with it a lifetime warranty on all products and services. Did you know that window tinting helps fight heat and glare, increases privacy and safety for your personal property, and reduces harmful UV rays by 99.8%? Not sure if you need window tinting? Stop by today for a free estimate and let the pros at Glass Act show you what they can do for you. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 and Saturday by appointment only. Glass Act, Cleveland's professional window tinting service.
We do one thing and we do it right. Glass Act Window Tinting, 478-3005.
Hello, I'm Brent Winters at the Mattress and Furniture Expo, and I am a local owner. We specialize in mattresses and upholstery furniture, as well as we have a variety of bedroom groups. Anywhere from $400 to $1,000, you can get a mighty fine mattress that's going to give you great support. And so we like to talk about shoes and mattresses. If you're not on your feet wearing a good pair of shoes, you're probably on a sofa or on your mattress, so you want support.
My name is Dr. Chris Palmer. I'm a sports medicine specialist at Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint. I was recruited by Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint and Skyridge Medical Center to join this practice to be a sports medicine specialist. So I left a successful private practice in North Alabama to join this group last fall. We pride ourselves in offering services 24/7 by taking call at the hospital and providing services such as our Saturday morning sports clinic. And I think that demonstrates our willingness to be accessible to you and your family. And I think we at Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint stack up very well to the things that you would otherwise have to travel maybe to Knoxville or Chattanooga or even to Atlanta to get that same level of a good combination of training and experience.
I believe that whatever we're facing, whatever difficulties, whatever challenges, whatever obstacles, that this word speaks to that. If you simply just have this word and you read this word and you allow it to sink into your heart, God will speak to you.
And welcome back to WTNB. Danny Bradley, along with partner in crime, Brian Russell. And if you do the crime, you got to do the time.
That's right. Soon to be frozen partner in crime.
The frozen tundra of Cleveland, not Ohio. So basketball, we're in the districts.
Yep.
And so Monday night, the girls will be playing. Tuesday night, the boys will be playing, both for the championships. That is, if weather permits. Now, we already know that for Monday, that all the schools are out for President's Day. Tuesday, Walker Valley and Bradley both are out for teacher in-service days. Cleveland State now is already closed on Monday. So not much to do if there's a bunch of snow. If there's not and all the schools are closed, we better see you at Ooltewah both Monday and Tuesday night. So.
Yeah, and there was some talk about playing they do have permission to play all the games tomorrow night, which would of course be Monday, because there's 4 games now. You got your 2 championship games, men and women, but then you also have to settle 3rd and 4th place. But more than likely, that's not going to happen tomorrow night. So not really sure what's going to happen if they have to push it off. But
well, the girls 1st and 2nd, 3rd and 4th is supposed to be Monday, and the boys supposed to be Tuesday. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. But so before we go to who's going to be playing there, we've got some highlights from Bradley, Cleveland, right?
Yes, and this would have been from January 23rd, so going back a couple of weeks.
Now, if that happened now, it would warm things up a little bit better. So,
exactly.
Because it was warm then that night.
Right.
So let's go to the highlights and see what we've got.
Let's get in our hot tub time machine, and we'll go over to Jim Smitty Arena for the Lady Blue Raiders and Bradley Central Bayrettes.
And Bradley, poor Bradley, I mean, they lost all their seniors. They lost the Twin Towers. I mean, they're just going to be horrible, aren't they? Gosh, Coach Reuter, oh, God, I feel so sorry for him.
And he just comes out with another great season. If you did notice, one of the things you'll notice in the highlights is Bradley's new floor. If you haven't been over to Bradley Central this year, that's kind of a shock for you. Almost the all-black floor, so looking good.
So the final, I believe this was the final regular season game for Bradley at home.
And of course, these 2 teams, schools, whenever they get together, it doesn't matter what the sport is, it's going to be a battle.
Yep, and we talked about the Walker Valley team traveling. Well, any time that the 3 are playing each other, you can expect capacity crowd, and that's what we had here with Bradley and Cleveland. And Bradley trying with the press, and Cleveland a couple of times being able to break it and getting it inside to Mormon to a couple of nice, easy baskets for her.
That floor is really sharp. I like that. See Cleveland trying to go inside without the Twin Towers there anymore. A little easier to go inside against Bradley.
Hey, much easier. Much easier to go inside.
Last year you were not taking the ball inside against Bradley. There's 2 points there for Cleveland. There's Jason in his traditional sweater vest that he has right there.
He's got more than 100 of those, you know that, right?
That's what his wife has told us, yes.
Every color and every day, every month. So Jenna Scoggins with the steal takes it in for the layup, and the guest leading 12-8.
Yeah, Cleveland off to the early lead. You see Scoggins again, dishing off. And the shot there, and good rebound by Bradley Central.
I mean, and we said this at the beginning of the year, if anyone wanted to get Bradley, this would have been the year to try to do it.
Right.
Because they're losing no one. They're coming back, and they are going to be, do you think this year, let them get this year under their belt and then chance to practice over the summertime and get ready for next season,
Would you say they'll be loaded for bear next year?
I think they'll be loaded bear.
Yeah, just wait. You see right there, just ball movement, just throwing the ball back and forth.
Yeah, over the entire defense.
When's the last time you saw that?
Well, you're not supposed to see that. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So if you're Mindy Kaiser, the coach for Cleveland, you're saying, okay, stop this. But to no avail, you see the Bearettes there with a 35-21 lead. Not really that late in the game either. So but Bradley just, there you go, just straight to the basket, making it look like, yep.
See, great crowd on hand, the student section.
Not sure what the theme was, but show me the money.
Yeah, the theme is, I've noticed that the themes are big deals down here,
Oh, the themes are definitely big deals down here. So the Bearettes taking it, layup after layup, increasing, doubling the lead actually, 42-21, still in the third quarter. And Cleveland needing to try to find something from outside, but they keep pounding it in there, and you're trading 3-pointers for 2-pointers.
Yeah, you're going to lose that battle every time. Cleveland tries to make a little run here in the third quarter. You see Scoggins, as she does so well, able to drive and penetrate and then dish the ball off.
With a blocked shot from the outside shot, and an easy layup again for Bradley.
There's Coach Reuter's newest tool from East Hamilton right there that they were able to get. She transferred into Bradley this year. She is only a freshman.
Yeah.
Last year played as a youth player. 57-30. You see Bradley up 27 points in the fourth quarter, and they would put it on cruise control from here.
And although you talk about Bradley, the Bearets there, and you see them, they don't have the twin towers, but I mean their guards now are 5'9", 5'10". You know, they've got big guards for high school basketball, and they all can play, they all can dribble, they all can shoot, they all play great defense. And when you get that combination, like I said, you know, this year I'm not writing them off just yet. You know how far they can go. Next year, I mean, I can see them going a long way.
Yeah, definitely. As you said, not losing anybody. So this year is just,
Money.
Experience. Yep.
3-ball corner pocket, and Bradley calls it every time.
You see Cleveland just really no answers for Bradley. Their length, their defensive prowess on the ball, right there up and in for 2.
Well, and that's it. You talked about that, the defensive prowess. If you take the defensive turnovers and the blocked shots that Bradley had and scored off of, like this one right here, well, like this one right here,
boom.
The game probably would have been close just on the turnovers and the scoring off of the turnovers alone from Bradley.
Right, 78-40. Let's listen to Coach Reed.
We wanted to revenge the loss at Cleveland. I think you can tell by the score that our kids had a lot of pride tonight. They weren't going to lose tonight, no matter who we played, and just the fact that it was Cleveland added a little more to that. I thought our kids executed well tonight. Put up 78 points in a high school basketball game. You've had to execute pretty well, so I'm very proud of that.
Well, I thought we should have won, which we did, because we lost at a bad game that Cleveland. So we just revenge.
There you go, and we go straight into the men's game. And great crowd on hand.
Nice crowd on hand. Yeah, as you talked about, Brian, about the themes, all the schools, like Cleveland, Bradley, Walker Valley, when they play each other, okay, what's our theme going to be? And you see the student section there shows up strong.
Maybe Johnny Manziel
That
night? I don't know.
No monkeying around tonight here.
Yeah,
So.
Not really sure, but you see the starting lineups being announced, and like I said, this was a battle from start to finish.
Well, these were the two teams that were picked, like I said, 1, 2, and 3, Cleveland, Bradley, Walker Valley, and that's exactly how it ended up in the district.
See Cole Copeland with the nice pass, of course.
Touchdown. Oh, wait a minute, wrong sport.
Yeah, it comes easy to him being a quarterback. So Cleveland able to answer with a bucket and then up and in on the lane. A little bit short on the three-point attempt, but Bradley able to get the rebound and put it up and in, and the foul, three-point play.
And you know what we were talking about earlier with Walker Valley, living and dying with that 3-ball for the Mustangs. Bradley and Cleveland, a little bit more of a muscle type ball game for both of these teams. They want to try to pound it inside. They'll take the outside shot when they have it, but both of them, neither one of them, I should say, afraid to take it in.
Right. You see Cleveland on the lay-in and the foul. Bradley will answer with a 3 from the wing. And trying to break the trap that Cleveland loves to use right there.
Leaves them open for a 3-point shot, but can't knock it down. And Bernard there with a nice play.
One thing about Cleveland, Danny, is you better get back on defense. They're going to push the
Oh,
ball.
they'd love to not even have the ball hit the floor. If they could 3 passes and put up a shot, that's exactly what they, reminds me of the shout out to the old UNLV coach that passed away this week, Jerry Tarkanian. But, running Rebels and here the running Raiders. So.
Right. Yeah, Cleveland pushes the ball extremely well. And you see a little floater goes in. Bradley can run a little bit, but they probably prefer to play that half-court game, slow it down just a little bit. I think they like the tempo as high as Cleveland does.
Well, the thing with Cleveland is they'll run the ball, try to get more shots, and then kind of go for the mantra of the more shots we take, the more we're going to make. where Bradley, like you said, is a little bit more of a controlled offense and want to try to set the offense up. Now, they're not afraid to run when they have the numbers, but Bradley, you know, they'll wait until they have the numbers. Cleveland, they can be 1-on-3. You know, there's times they're going to be taking it to the hoop, and that's just the style of basketball they play, and it's worked for them. So.
Right, they're attack, attack, attack. They like that vertical game. You know, go right after defense. And you see Cole with the three-point attempt. Boom, knocks that down. And then Cole again on the reverse. Good looking play right there, and Bradley draws within 4 in the third quarter. Nice shot from the elbow. Cleveland, like we said, able to answer. Three-point play.
The old-fashioned three-point play.
Right. Bradley with a good rebound on the offensive glass and putback. You see Cleveland up 5 as we enter the fourth quarter.
Well, the fans got their money on this game.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
The girls' game, maybe not so much. This game, though, it heats up even more, you'll see here as we go along.
Cleveland with the 3 from the wing, and it's good.
Many times from that left hand in the corner. But.
See Cleveland up 2. Nice little move there. It'll contort his body. Little lay in.
Read the pass.
Don't get it.
Cleveland inside pass, just easy layup for the most part. Up by 3, 60-57 with 48.7 to go.
So if you're the Bears, what do you do? Do you take the 3 or do you take the quick 2? We'll take the quick 2. Thank you very much. And pressure in Cleveland, hoping for the turnover. Nope, unable to get that.
Still got time.
Yep.
No rush, no rush.
Cleveland back up 3, and then the quick lay-in for Bradley. Cuts the lead back down to 1. Now you got 17.4 seconds left. You got to foul him. No shot clock in high school basketball. Cole with the great rebound right there. Big rebound for Bradley.
No call inside and a great no call. And Bradley able to knock down the jumper to take the lead.
64-62, 6.5 seconds left. Now if you're Cleveland, do you go for the win or do you go for the tie?
You're on the road, you go for the win, and that's it right there. Right. Unfortunately,
that was the
not
best
much
one they could get.
So 65-62, the Bears able to pull it out. And let's see what the head bear has to say after this close win.
It's a huge win for us, so now the district's locked up, so that's good. We took care of business on our court, they did on theirs, so now it's a shootout.
So you heard head coach Chuck Clark there talk about the victory. And again, that was all coming from January 23rd. So Danny, now we're in the midst of the district tournament. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody who the first and second place games are, the championship games.
The championship games, unfortunately, we have to go to Ooltewah, but we could stay right here if we had our way.
Good.
So Bradley, both boys and girls, the Bears and the Bearettes, making it to the finals. The Bearettes Monday night will be playing the Walker Valley Lady Mustangs for the championship, and then in the men's round, it will be the Bears taking on the game we just watched, the team we just watched, the Raiders.
Yeah. So, and of course, both teams, top 2 teams in the district, will move on to the region, which, as we said earlier, will be back at Ooltewah. So, you know, both teams assured of advancing. However, you want that district title because obviously then you get the second place team in the other region.
But then after the championship games, next round does stay at Ooltewah. So
I believe that would be coming up at the end
of
this
at the
week,
weekend,
right?
yeah, the weekend. Now, of course, again, depending on how the weather and the schools and everything, you know. So if the schools are closed because of weather, they still can play. You know, so but depending on the weather, whether or not that we will be able to play.
And haven't been able to find this out, but just be my assumption that if they can't play it Monday or Tuesday. I don't think they can go into Wednesday and play, so then I guess the higher seed would just go in as the 1 seed and 2 seed. That would be my assumption.
We'll have to see what they do. So
we'll see. Hopefully they get it in. 75 south should be clear. If you can get the 75 south, you should be able to get down to Ottawa.
Well, if you have thousands of fans going from Bradley County,
just
clear the snow out anyway.
Everybody just put shovels on the front of their car and just clear the roads.
Everyone take the same route. How's that? Okay?
There you go.
We'll meet here at WTNB Studios and head to Ottawa about 5:30 Monday night, 5:30 Tuesday night. So
I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have some TCPS highlights, and then we'll get into some other news from around the county. So stick with us on WTNB Sports.
Have you heard about the new WTNB deals around town? No? Well, then let me tell you all about it. Deals Around Town airs right here on WTNB Monday evenings at 7 p.m. I watch it because it features great local restaurants from right here in our area. And better yet, I can get 25, 50, even 75% off on these places when I just call in and buy a gift certificate. That's right, I just call in during the show and pick from dozens of deals. Rumor has it that WTNB Deals Around Town is growing and growing, so much so that they may be adding another night of savings. I've even heard that they will soon add even more places, and not just restaurants. We're talking kids fun, massages, who knows what will turn up. Remember, it's Monday evenings at 7 p.m. only on WTNB.
My name is Preston West, owner of Keystone Solutions. We specialize in helping small businesses with their IT needs, whether it's hardware or software or computer issues, servers, networks, kind of anything that's under the IT umbrella is what we take care of. We want to be it, if you will. When people are looking for IT help, we want to be the person that you call and the person that you think of first.
3, 2, 1.
The Cleveland Housing Authority's mission is to provide affordable, safe, and sanitary housing opportunities to low-end and moderate-income families. Flexible monthly rental options are available, so contact us today to see if you qualify for premier housing from the Cleveland Housing Authority. Visit www.clevelandhousingauthority.com or call us 423-479-9659.
Isbo Floral Gallery, located at 859 Keith Street in Cleveland, is a full-service florist offering custom fresh and silk floral arrangements. Perfect for home decor, weddings, and events, Isbo Floral Gallery can customize your order to ensure that you'll be satisfied with not only the quality of our arrangements, but the timeliness of our service. Isbo Floral Gallery, the only florist you'll ever need.
Welcome back to WTNB Sports. Brian Russell alongside Danny Bradley. Trying to stay warm in the studio.
Might have to find some wood and build us a fire.
Jay has shut us in a cold room. He shut the door with no heat. So.
And why is the lock on the outside of that door, too?
Yeah, that concerns me. He tells Robert to shut the door, and then we hear a little click. So Chris is at his nice warm house. We're in the studio freezing, but now you know who the dedicated ones are. Next highlight package will be from TCPS. We've got some high school girls to show you. So, Jay, if you will, go ahead and roll that highlight. We'll get into that. There you go. And the
Apostolic Lady Flames.
I'm glad you said that. I was struggling. Lady Flames against the Lady Hawks.
They didn't say it was right. That was.
Hey, it sounded good. I'm going to go with what you said. See, it's a nice little court there over at TCPS. You see the player introductions. We'll get ready for some basketball here. The Lady Flames early on, moving the ball.
Taking on the home team, and there's a three-pointer from outside.
And the Lady Hawks able to get the ball down the court. Good ball moving inside. In for two.
Right off the bat, we're tied up 2-2. Yep.
And then the Hawks, Lady Hawks, I'm sorry, in control again. Looking to move the ball inside.
Work the ball around, get it in the corner, and drive inside.
Up and in. And I'll give them a 4-2 lead. And another lay-in right there. Put them up 6-2.
And I think we're seeing edited version of the game here now, so they might already
it might be
scored on the other. There you go.
Yeah, 11 to 10. Hey, they didn't.
So the 1,000th career point for Neely Benton of Lady Hawks.
Right there on the 3, too. What a way to get it. Congratulations to Neely Benton. Congratulations to her.
Come on, don't cry, Neely. Not yet. Not yet. Just wait.
Oh, the beauty pageant wave. I love it. Thank you, Neely. That was great. So congratulations. That's a big accomplishment in high school basketball when you can score 1,000 points in your career. That doesn't happen too often, Dan.
Well, especially for high school, one, there's no shot clock. So there's several games in the year where you'll see 36, 32, 40 to 32. And for one player to score 1,000 points, yeah, that is saying a lot. So congratulations to Neely again for her 1,000th point at TCP. And right there, where's the defense at?
Yeah, just dribbling through. It looked like practice right there. Dribbling around cones. Three-point shot got thrown up there. You notice the tempo is a little bit different than what we saw in the Bradley Walker Valley highlights. TCPS likes to slow it down a little bit more. And there's a 1,000th career point for Acacia Thompson. So congratulations to her. I mean, what a way, 2,000-point scores, very unusual, and then both on three-point shots.
You see the highlights. Both of them are scoring in this game, and right now, it's pretty much out of control.
Yeah.
TCP's way, 47-16 lead. But the other thing, TCP, not much of a bench. They've got 8 players.
Right.
For the most part, I believe 8, maybe 9. I believe 8, though. And so you don't have a chance to sub out and keep the subs in when you're winning because your starters are still going to be in there some part of the time.
You better not get in foul trouble or you're going to be hurting. So there you see TCPS, I believe, wins by a score of 51-29. And we'll see if we can get a word with our coach.
Our seniors that were honored with hitting 1,000 points tonight, so that was an extremely exciting event for everybody. But everybody played as a team. Everybody got to play. We had a lot of good team efforts. So it was just a really great game.
It's a great accomplishment for anybody to score 1,000 points, and for both of us to have done it the same night is really cool. And I'm glad we got to experience it together, the 2 seniors. And being able to play together this year has been really great. And so being able to share it with our team and over a victory is even better. So I'm excited, and I'm proud of her for also doing the same thing.
I agree. I thought it actually blew my mind. I had no idea that it was coming. It just surprised me, and I was standing like this the entire time. but it was a great accomplishment for me and for her. I was proud of her, but be able to experience it with the team that we have, it was really awesome.
Thank you, families, for supporting us and being here. And basketball is not an easy sport because, you know, we travel all the time and we have practices. And so thank you for sticking with us and supporting us through all of this and this great accomplishment for both of us.
I'm Ocasia's brother, number 11, you all just saw. She's a senior in high school, and she really impressed me tonight, and she had her 1,000th point.
Nice. Anything else that you want to say?
Go Hawks.
So there you go. You got to hear from Coach Calfee. You also got to hear from Benton and Thompson, and
I was wondering there if Benton was going.
Brother.
So I was wondering there if Benton was going to give Thompson a chance to say anything there for a little.
Well, it's funny because for Danny and I, we're sitting here watching the highlights on the monitor, but we don't have the sound.
No, we don't have the earphones in. So
yeah, we don't have the ability to hear like you do. So we do our own version of bad lip reading in here, and we're kind of laughing during that interview. But two great girls right there. 1,000-point scores for TCPS, so congratulations to them.
And it's something that, I mean, just to have 1,000-point score, but to have two in the same game, I mean, that says a lot for TCP. Yeah. So great job to the Lady Hawks, and great job to both Thompson and Benton. So 2,000-point scores. So.
Right. So that pretty much wraps up for all of our basketball coverage. You know, like we said, district finals will be Monday and Tuesday, weather permitting. Regions will start next week. We'll hope to have some highlights from that. Danny, we had some local kids from Walker Valley sign over the weekend, and if you want to go ahead and talk about that.
Yeah, we had Ian Stanberry and Marvin Bullington both signed with Bethel University out of Nashville. I believe they're the 4th and 5th Mustangs to sign with scholarships. So Coach Ryan said that's our goal, that we're getting guys that colleges are interested in, and that means our program is headed in the right direction, and we want to keep it that way. So great job for Mustangs. You know, with a good season next year, Coach Ryan could move into #1 all-time wins for the Mustangs.
I have to chuckle just because Walker Valley's so young. You know, as far as a school, what, 13, 14 years?
No, 13, 2001.
13, okay. So, you know, they haven't had that many head coach. Well, they've actually gone through quite a bit.
They've gone through quite a bit.
So the win bar is not set very high, but Coach Ryan is definitely, I believe, going to set that and continue, hopefully, to raise that.
Yeah, they're doing a good job out at Walker Valley, you know, teaching the boys respect, teaching them first to be good young men and then be student athletes. So, you know, no complaints there. Doing a great job out at Walker Valley, Coach Ryan is. So it's going to be interesting coming up this year. It's going to be between it's the Mustangs, the Blue Raiders, and the Bears. You know, anything can happen. Yeah. All of the youngsters had another year of experience for Bradley and Bradley and Walker Valley, and Cleveland going to have to try to reload, losing a lot of seniors this year. So, and a new coach. It should be interesting. I tell you what, off season, I've been waiting for spring myself, for the spring games and some of the spring practice to come on, and we'll see what happens then.
I'm ready for football now. Let's go. Can we not get like 2 seasons, like the fall and then the spring?
That would be nice. We might have to take up rugby or
something. Yeah, give us a fix. And then there was another piece of news I think you had for us.
Yeah, well, Cleveland winning their third straight state for the duals title and the traditional championship. This weekend, Cleveland winning over Bradley Central and Wilson Central in a close one, though. Bradley 198, Cleveland at 205. Wilson Central finished third, and then Soddy Daisy finished fourth. But before we get into our show next week, we're planning on you know, a lot of it going to be the wrestling, the results, the state champions, how each of them did. But we do know, and we will say this: congratulations to Cleveland's first 4-time state champion, Chris Debian. 4-time straight. I mean, winning one state championship is hard enough. But to win 4 straight, Chris, congratulations. Blue Raiders, congratulations on your 3-peat. Just, you know, great wrestling here.
Yeah,
Great
I mean,
wrestling.
Think about that, how hard that is as a freshman to come in and wrestle against, seniors and juniors and be able to win a state title in your freshman year. But then to be able to repeat that for 3 more years, because once you win that first one, then everybody's gunning for you.
Yeah, it was a fluke. Maybe everyone was a down year, but then you win your second one, then you win your third one, then by fourth, the target is bigger than your back. So, but just great draw.
Yeah, I can't wait to see where he goes to continue his wrestling career. Maybe hopefully down the road to UTC, who's got a great wrestling team. But we'll see. One more note on wrestling, the TSSAA, or TSS dollar signs, however you want to say it, said don't look for any changes right now in the state wrestling tournament. Of course, that has been moved out to kind of the central part of the state, and it's held at the Williamson County Agricultural Center. And a lot of people have mixed feelings about that. You have a dirt floor that they've had to cover with carpet, and a lot of people are saying, well, now wait a minute. Have you done a study yet to see if there's any infectious disease carryover from the dirt floor to the mats? TSSAA did say it's something that they could possibly look into. Chattanooga, of course, used to be at UTC. They said they would like to have it back. But
we'd like for them to have it.
But there's people that are saying, well, if you have it at UTC, you can't have 12 mats on the floor. There's people there that are saying, well, wait a minute, we can redo the structure. We can get away with only 8 mats. But it's kind of in the central part of the state right now. One of the big concerns for the high school teams going back out this past weekend is they got gouged on hotel rooms from the previous week. And the TSSAA said, we don't really have a way, as we do with the football championships and the spring fling, to lock in these hotel rooms. They said they're going to try to do a better job of that next year, and also maybe not schedule the wrestling for when there's big volleyball club matches and hockey and stuff like that. There's a lot of apparently other club events this week that kind of jack the price up of hotel rooms. And, of course, these guys need hotel rooms to go home and shower, but, before they come back, 2 hours to Cleveland. So it's interesting. We'll see what happens.
Well, and my argument for that is, and, why it should be at UTC is because the teams are all from around here.
Yeah.
Winning, at least. Now, of course, you've got the teams from Memphis. That's going to be your furthest one. But, Memphis, Dyersburg, Millington, those areas, they have some wrestling programs. The majority of the wrestling programs in the state of Tennessee, though, are on the east side. That's why you have your Cleveland, your Bradley, your Soddy Daisy, your Wilson Central, teams like that. Those have been the teams. I mean, we just proved Cleveland with a 3-peat. Bradley with, I can't remember, 28 state championships, some ungodly number like that. The best wrestling comes from this part of the state. And it has nothing to do with travel, but why not make it easier for the this side of the state, because this is where the majority of the wrestling programs are, and then the majority of the wrestling programs that are vying for state championships come from this area.
Right.
So move it to UTC until something changes in the Memphis area, if you will. But I don't know.
Well, it sounds to me too like
I'm a little biased, I guess.
Yeah,
we
are.
And Walker Valley and Bradley and Wilson Central and Soddy Daisy.
Just
Just a little.
Another quick note is Eric Goodwin from Cleveland. Congratulations to him. Of course, he was a two-way player for Cleveland in football, played wide receiver and strong safety. He has just signed with the University of the Cumberlands. So congratulations to him. So a lot of local kids signing, scholarships with colleges. Of course, we've got, we've had players like Bryce Copeland, who's now at Lee. We've had multiple players for Walker Valley go to big schools like Ole Miss and other schools like that. So there's a lot of talent in this area, that's for sure.
Well, that and, Reuter at Middle Tennessee State.
Right.
Copeland at Florida. Got to see her play this week on TV.
I have to admit, that was really cool. You text me. It said, hey, Copeland's on TV, and I was at Buffalo Wild Wings, so I asked them to turn on the game. And there's just something cool about seeing a kid play that you've seen play in high school here and then seeing them on national television.
So, of course, it's kind of odd seeing the Twin Towers not playing with each other.
Right.
But Florida, you know, Copeland's playing very well for them down there for the Florida Gators, the Lady Gators. Lady Gators not doing so well this year, but for Middle Tennessee State, boy,
Rooter's on fire.
They are doing well.
Yeah,
so
she is having a great start to her career. So congratulations to both of them. But yeah, there's just something cool about seeing that.
So and that's one of the things too that we've talked about is possibly having a show where we get some of the high school seniors that have signed scholarships, intent to play for some colleges, both from Cleveland as well as for Bradley and Walker Valley. Kind of, get them in, ask them some questions, see how, things have played out for them, how it has gone. But then also, too, maybe bringing back someone like Copeland and Reuter and Sanders that signed last year from Bradley with the University of Tennessee. And, it's just great to see these local athletes do well. It bodes well for the schools. It bodes well for the coaches and also for us, the fans. I mean, because we can say, hey, you remember when we watched her in that game she played against? Or, remember that game when he pancaked that one defensive lineman? And they, it's one of those things. I mean, it just gives me goosebumps just talking about it. It's just for the kids and for the programs, you can't beat it.
Well, and we've always said from the start of when we started the show on Football Friday and now continue to WTNB Sports, it is all about the kids. It's not about us, yes, we like doing this, but it's not about us getting our names out there. It's about us getting the kids' names out there. Mm-hmm. So, to all the high school seniors, if you're getting ready to sign and those that have gone on, we're interested in having you come in the studio and talking to you. Contact Jay at, WTNB Sports. We'll be more than happy to try to schedule something that works where we could do an interview or you could come in live on the show and do it. So,
well, we'll go one step further. Give us a call if you're getting ready for the intent to play papers to be signed, and we'll try to get someone out there and get some footage of the actual signing so we can get that back. Our early morning programs, always something nice to talk about like that. So,
and I don't know if I should mention this since he's not here. He can't brave the cold weather, but Chris's favorite player, Laszlo Toser, actually passed up some scholarship offers, and he is going to go to the University of Tennessee as a preferred walk-on. So I know Chris will be happy about that, but, real quick, about a minute and a half left. Want to say anything about the Super Bowl and the play call at the end?
No.
Well, first of all, let's say the commercials. Can we all agree that the commercials were depressing?
Yes, I needed Prozac after the Super Bowl. More than one reason why.
I mean, I felt like garbage after watching the commercials. But what a great game. Yep. Seahawks down on the 1 yard line. Did anybody think that they were actually going to throw the ball?
Well, the Patriots weren't deflated about the way the game turned out. And, the Seahawks would like to have one more run at it.
Yeah. That's our jokes for that. We know a couple of Seahawks fans at work, and so Monday I walked in and I was like, "Hey, let me throw you this," and they just didn't find the humor in that.
Kind of goes back to the old Auburn fan asking the Alabama fan, "Hey, you got 1 second for me?" So it's one of those things. It's always so.
But it was. I think it'll go down as probably one of the best games, not the best Super Bowl ever, but one of the best Super Bowls.
It was a great Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was. So. All right, well, that is it. We are going to go ahead and wrap it up for WTNB Sports. We will be here next week, weather permitting.
Yeah, if we're not snowed in on the mountaintop.
If TDOT can find a way to clear the roads, we'll get here. And we'll have some more highlights, hopefully some highlights from the district tournament or at least the region tournament. So, as always, look us up on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
Or just give us a call.
Just give us a call. We'll talk to you. For Danny Bradley, Brian Russell, WTNB Sports, have a great night. Stay warm, Cleveland.
Have you heard about the new WTNB deals around town? No? Well, then let me tell you all about it.